If I hadn't moved into the equestrian world, my life would have been completely different. You have to be a particular person to be in it and to stay in it. Because some people enter and they have to leave. Horse riding and being a horse owner is more than just sitting on a horse. The equestrian world is complicated. It's deep, and from my experience, there's nothing else quite like it on the planet. Me and my mum moved to a horse riding school when I was 18, and 17 years on, I'm the director of Just Horse Riders, which is one of the UK's largest equestrian online retailers. I'm married to a wife who is obsessed with horses, and my two children are also getting to that level of horse addictiveness that my wife is. If I hadn't moved into the equestrian world, my life would have been completely different. So I'm going to take you through a few stories of how I got here and my view of the equestrian world as I've seen it for the past 17 years. I thought I'd start the podcast with addressing all the non-horsey people, which I'm sure there's a few watching this, just to explain to them actually horse riding and being a horse owner is more than just sitting on a horse. If only it was as easy as sitting on a horse, I'm sure a lot of people would probably be a lot less stressed and a lot less tired. But riding a horse, or riding your horse, or riding in general, is only a small part of being a true equestrian. A lot of people don't see the sacrifices, the commitment, the dedication it takes in order to be a true equestrian. They don't see you waking up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning to go and muck out your horse before going to work. They don't see you, riding in the rain and the snow. They don't see you mucking out in minus 10 degrees temperatures, minus 5 degrees, whatever it is. They don't see that. They'll see you when you put a Facebook photo or Instagram photo of you going on a hack, and they'll think, oh, isn't that lovely? And it is lovely. But you've got to sacrifice a lot in order to have that moment. And a lot of people don't understand actually what it takes to be a true equestrian. My experience has shown me that the same dedication, commitment, and non-stop thinking about horses is the same way I've built this business. You wake up thinking about it. You go to sleep thinking about it. You get up at 5 o'clock. You get up at 6 o'clock. You stay till 8 o'clock. You stay till 10 o'clock. You work till 4 in the morning, whatever it takes in order to succeed. Being a horse owner and being a business owner, from my perspective, are not too dissimilar. They're not at all. And 17 years on, from moving to that horse riding school, I find it amazing my take on it now, because I never used to be interested in horses. Yeah, I liked animals, It's the same way we have dogs and that sort of stuff. I love the dogs, but having a horse is no way near as stressful as having a dog, a cat, whatever it is. These animals take a commitment and a person looking after them that has to have true dedication. If you can't be in bed and feel like, oh, I can't bother going down to the yard today, I can't be bothered exercising my horse today. I can't, you know, it doesn't work like that. Once you commit to having a horse, your whole life changes, in my opinion, for the better. Even though at the time I probably didn't see it like that. You know, in the beginning with my wife, she had a horse. I never understood it. I couldn't understand it. Why you'd want to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, and go and muck out a horse. And I only recently, in the past 6 months, got it. It's the passion. It's the same passion I've got for business. She has it for her horses. And that same passion is replicated across the whole horsey world. Because if you don't have that passion, that addictiveness to it, then the horse is going to suffer. And it really, really is an amazing part of someone's personality to have that. Okay, yeah, there's jokes about marrying a horsey lady and they're a bit crazy, and they are a bit crazy, you know. Sometimes I'm mucking out, you know, and whatnot. I don't know what I'm doing. I try my best, you know. Usually I get it wrong because, you know, I haven't gotten every single poop out of the shavings or whatever it is, but, you know, I try my best. But I only do it maybe once a weekend or twice on the weekend when I have time. She's doing this every day. She's not riding every day. From what I can see, the riding is the enjoyment part of it. She's not doing that all the time. She's maybe riding 10% of the time. So to do something which is 90%, I wouldn't say not enjoyable, but hard work, and 10% is enjoyable, you've got to have true dedication to do that. You've really got to be special, or someone special, to do that. And I think that's what makes the horse world so special. Because you have to be a particular person to be in it and to stay in it. Because some people enter and they have to leave because it's too hard, or they haven't got enough time for the commitment, or whatever it is. But my mum always said, where there's a will, there's a way. And most equestrians that I know sacrifice a hell of a lot for their passion. And having that as part of my life and my children seeing that, I think having children in an equestrian horsey world is one of the most amazing lessons you can teach them. You know, my daughter and my son, they have a horse. They muck him out. They ride him twice a week. Come wind, rain, or snow, they are riding that pony. They are looking after him. I don't know of any other environment where they could learn that dedication. And I think the skills and the lessons that they learn in the equestrian world is going to then feed into the regular life and make them more resilient, make them more consistent, make them more disciplined, which, from my experience, is the thing that brings you success. Consistency, discipline, turning up every day, getting up out of bed when you don't want to. Those are the days which are the hardest. We all have them. Being a horse owner, being a business owner, you do not have a choice. You get up and you do what's needed to be done. Because if you don't, the thing you love could be hurt. So I'm really proud to be in this equestrian bubble that we have. And I feel incredibly lucky to have stumbled upon it, luckily, because again, if we didn't move to that horse riding school, I wouldn't have known any different. So I'm making this podcast to try and explain to the non-horse people, like I said, about the world, and also to give credit to where credit's due. You know, a lot of horsey people and people in general don't get told, actually, you're doing a great job. And I think it's important to hear that sometimes, especially when you dedicate yourself as much as I see my wife does and a lot of other horsey people do. So on this podcast, I'm going to do some product reviews, you know, for the business to keep the podcast going. I want to interview any horse riders that are struggling, that are going through some amazing times, are going through some hard times. You know, I want to hear more about this world and about the industry. I don't just want to see the Facebook and Instagram photos of people hacking and the easy things. I want to know about the hard things, and I want to talk about them because I think people need to know. So thank you for watching. If you do have anything that you want me to talk about in the future, please leave it in the comments. If you have a second, if you can leave me a review of you know, if what I can improve on in the future, because I'm sure there's plenty that that I can improve on. This is the first video I've done ever. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting, and I'm really looking forward to actually uncovering this world a little bit more and learning about it, and hopefully sharing other people's experience of how it's helped them and how it's bettered their lives. Because I think it really does have the power to do that for people. Anyway, I've talked for way too long about this sort of stuff. I thought it was only going to be a 2-minute video, an intro video, but we got sidetracked a bit there. So, yeah. See you soon.